My name is Patrick Turo, and I am the owner of Twisted Tea Farm. Twisted Tea Farm came from, my last name is Turo, so I love the old growth of trees, and we wanted to kind of incorporate that. And in 9th grade is when I developed Twisted Tea Farm, and if I ever had a farm, I was going to name it that. So owning a family business is absolutely amazing. Being able to work side by side with my wife and my kids, then with my parents being real close to us as well, it's amazing the family being able to work together to accomplish everything. So when I grew up by 3 master gardeners, and they were all traditionalists. And today, they don't 100% believe in what we're doing because we're organic, and they're like, that's the hardest way to grow, traditional is easier. But when we had our first daughter, Hannah, and she was walking around grabbing tomatoes, I'm like, no, you can't do that because I just sprayed something on it. That does no good for me, that does no good for our family. I want my 2 children to be able to go at any point and grab a tomato, grab a cucumber, grab a berry, and I don't have to worry about if there was something sprayed, or was there this, or was there that. They can go eat it, and I know they're getting the most benefit out of eating it. So organically growing is extremely difficult. There's a lot of pest problems, and once we are chemical free as well as organic, we don't spray chemicals on any of our produce.
Hi, I'm Rachel Turo, and I am the owner of Twisted Tea Farms. Yes, so we actually have a farm store on location, and that's where we're standing right now, is the farm store where you can come in, buy our produce, buy our canned goods. So we do a lot of canning here as well. We understand that one thing is our produce, but at some point the produce goes from being good to having to do something with it. So that's when we turn to canning. We also host classes here. We do a canning class, and people can get a feel for if that's something they want to do, or if that's just something, oh no, I will leave it up to other people to do that.
I learned about the NRCS several years back through actually a YouTube video. And then I started searching it out, and then I came in contact with Floyd, and Floyd has been absolutely amazing.
My name is Floyd Knowles Jr. I am the Texas Outreach Coordinator. Twisted Tea is a phenomenal farm to work with, or producer to work with, simply because on a small scale, they have the greater good or greater interest at heart. It's not all about the money, but it's about the education, about the giving back, and also being a good steward of the land. I started working with Patrick back in 2001. He reached out to me, contacted the field office. From there, we set up an appointment, came out, visited with him, looked at his property, looked at the different alternatives that we could implement here on his ranch, and one of the major ones was a high tunnel.
The NRCS specifically has helped us by getting the 2 high tunnels. We have 2 1,400 square foot high tunnels, and that has been helping us by the season extension of growing. So we're coming into our fall crops, and we're hoping to be able to go all the way into December with amazing produce.
NRCS has been such a helpful tool for us in the growing and the learning curves that it took to grow under the high tunnels and things like that. Like, it's just been such an awesome experience to be able to pick up a phone, call Floyd or the other contacts, and ask questions and then get us an answer.
It's a true pleasure working with Patrick and Rachel. They're very, very energetic. They have a passion here at their operation, Twisted Tea, about implementing climate-smart ag practices, which they've done a number of practices here on their operation, being cover crops and a number of other different type of projects.
The futures for our high tunnels are to grow year-round in them, to grow tomatoes into February, to grow cucumbers and lettuces and stuff like that we can't do most of the year, but we're hoping to be able to do lettuces and things in one of them year-round. So that is really exciting because there's not many people here in Texas that can actually do that. I would highly recommend the NRCS programs to any other small farm around.
One of the concepts that the Natural Resources Conservation Service has to offer is a conservation plan. That conservation plan actually helps producers understand what their goals and objectives are moving forward. At that point, they can build and expound on their operation through that conservation practice or that conservation plan that is a critical aspect of farming and ranching.